Hi everyone, Casey Byer here, just checking in and let you know we're all okay here in Goose Creek. Downtown Charleston is still a river, so please continue your prayers for those who have been affected by Irma. But I just wanted to speak of something right quick. My house has been boarded up since Friday because we thought that Irma was coming towards Charleston, so we boarded up because all the men folk, they work and they wanted to make sure that in case if it did happen and everyone had to leave, because we have a family member who lives here with us who's a nurse, so if he got called on, they would be boarded up. But we've been living in a boarded up house since Friday. Not a pleasant experience. At first it was okay, but then my nights have turned into like vampirism, I guess you can say. Like, it's always dark all the time. But to give some of you some hope, metaphorically speaking wise, is that even though my boards are coming down today, the light has returned. No matter what you're going through in life, no matter what the darkness feels like, no matter any situation you're going through, you can always find yourself back to the light. It's always there, it's always present. You just got to knock it down, take the screws out, take the hammers out, do whatever you need to do to knock it out, and it is there. Because we all are going through something in some way, shape, or form. And the light is there, a reminder to let us know that it is still guiding us no matter what we are going through. That the light shines on us all, that we have to be willing and accepting to step into that light and to continue what we need to do. Now, with everything happening with Irma happening, and we got Jose out in the Atlantic too, not knowing where he's going. I guess he's decided that he don't want to follow her, that he just wants to go in another direction. We really don't know. Always know that no matter what you're going through, don't look at the negative of the situation. I know a lot of people are saying, and I used to do this when I was a kid, that anytime a big storm came up, that God was mad because he's making this thunderstorm happen, or this hurricane, or this tornado happening. Well, I'm here to tell you I have a different perspective of it, and I've had it for a long time now. We need to get out of this negative talk that God is here to punish us all. That is something that I think a lot of churches feed people to put fear in them. But I like to think that God does stuff like this, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, to bring people together. I think that God, the universe, energy, creation, sees everything that's happening and says, you know what? I need to do something. I need to make something happen in order to bring all these people, all these souls together, and have them work together and not think about the stupidity of what is happening in this country and in this world. So what does he do? He creates a storm. What does that storm do? It brings people together. People don't think about politics. They don't think about religion. They don't think about the color of their skin. They don't think about where they lived or where they came from. Everyone helps out in the community. Everyone's doing what they need to do. And I think that's the way how we should live. And to be quite honest with you, we need that more in this world. We need to stop looking at all this stuff that separates us and bring us all together. We need to step into that light, because all this fear-mongering stuff that's happening, I call it bullshit. Because it really does upset me when I see people who want to break people down, put fear in people, put all this negativity in people who want to rise up and step into their own path and into their own light, and yet they got all this negative stuff happening. You know what? We need to change our train of thought. We need to bring more positivity into our lives. We need to start seeing things from a more positive side than a more negative side. Because what does negativity do? It brings fear, anxiety, depression, all that negative stuff. And we need to step into the plate and say no more. And we need to hit us a home run and say, you know what, we're going to knock it out of the park. And believe me, I do not watch baseball, but I do know a little bit. So, you know what? Knock it out, knock that darkness out, and let's bring that sunshine back. Because I think that that's what, the signs and the symbolisms of what we're getting is to really step back into this light force that is here. and to not let this negativity bring us down. I think that this country in the United States has been in darkness for so long, it needs this stuff to happen. I think more will continue. Ever since the eclipse and the two, we got, I think, another full moon coming up soon. Let's see, I think next week. Could be wrong. I think it's around the 20th. Since the eclipse, Mother Earth is going through a great purge. Okay, she is clearing the way for us to work together, to come together, to us to reunite together, to stand up and be a community again. No more of this individualism. No more of this self-pityness on, where you come from. No, we need to quit all that. We all need to see each other as brothers and sisters and know that, we're all part of creation, and we can all get along and have a good time. I like to be around good people. I like to have good food, good music, and just have a good conversation. I don't care what color you are. You can be purple for all I care, as long as we can carry on a good conversation, have a good one. Hey, I'm fine with that. No, I don't drink alcohol. Bad for you anyway. But you know what though? Living in a dark house, my days and nights are a little bit mixed up now. I've slept in a little bit longer. But you know what? From my meditations that I have had, things are happening. Things are progressing. Things are moving the way that they should. And I feel like today the sun is shining. This storm is over with. My neighbors' yards were literally flooded. Luckily their houses weren't flooded at all. The sun is out. That's the pure symbolism that even though in great darkness or on rainy and cloudy days that the sun is still there, we just need to part the clouds away and have that sun shine right back at us. So I hope this helps anyone who's going through a tough time. Anyone who sees this, I hope that you can, say to yourself that, what, I can do this. I can keep going. I got, family. Don't think of your family just as your blood relatives. Your neighbors are your family. Your friends are your family. We're all your family. You just gotta reach out to us all, and we can lend a helping hand whenever needed. So, keep what y'all are doing. Keep stepping into that light, and know that the darkness does not last forever. That the light will persevere, and we will become greater than you have ever seen. I hope you all have a good one. Stay safe, and have an enjoyable week.